Hey, Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny here with another episode of the Bet Win Repeat Show. It's Monday. It is July. It is the 24th, something like that. I am here, and we are going to talk with Terry Edelman. We're going to bring Terry in here in a minute here. He's going to give us a little weekend recap. Sean Higgs got moved around, so he's usually on Mondays, but he'll be I swapped him and Terry on Thursday. I don't know what's going on. I can't remember. I put the schedule together like five minutes ago and sent it out. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. But today is Monday, July 4th, 24th, not the 4th. We'll talk a little baseball. 10 games on today in the MLB slate. Recap the CFL for the weekend, week 7 in the books. We're also going to talk about some previews, some stuff we like going into the week, stuff like that. So I'm your host, Detroit Lenny. What you guys are going to do is you're going to like, subscribe, share, ring that bell and notifications for you so you'll never miss any of our live content over there. And don't forget, if you're in the contest, new contest just started on the Facebook page today. Join the Facebook contest page at www.facebook.com/groups/picks and parlay contest. That's where you join in all the contests. There's a new contest start once a month. It's a month-long contest, so that's around the corner for August. But the weekly contest starts every Monday. Today is Monday. Start over there. Just one pick. You got to put a screenshot of your pick. You'll see any questions, just ask. Everybody's real friendly in the chat. Sometimes if they're having a good day. But basically it's you win it. You post every day, you post one pick a day until you lose. Last person standing kind of situation. You win $100 on a t-shirt. So definitely check out the Bet Win Repeat weekly contest started over there. It's also known as the Captain Brian Gillihan contest. No disrespect. I don't want to smoke. But like I said, check out the contest page. You follow this over there. You'll see it right away. It's pinned to the top. Bet Win Repeat weekly contest. It says the rules there, what you can do, what you can't do. You got to pick. It's pretty common sense stuff. You got to pick plays that play today, not next Tuesday. Stuff like that. I'm tired, folks. I don't know why. I woke up tired. I feel like I'm getting sick. It's 115 degrees in Vegas, and I'm wearing a hoodie. So let's move on. Terry Edelman's going to come in the house here. Let's bring him in. Terry's here to join us. Terry Edelman from Let's Go Wild Picks. How we doing, Terry? How's baseball treating you? Let's start there. I know the CFL is treating us good, but let's start baseball.
Well, baseball's been kind of funky.
Closer.
It's been up and down. I'm basically even over the last month or so. It's basically even. Not really being able to get into a groove, but not losing a ton either, just kind of breaking even. So baseball's not really going the way I want it to, but I'm not going to complain because I could be
July's been a
losing
bad
bunch
month for
and
me. I'll tell you what, in the MLB, it is. And you know what? I went on vacation, tried to half-ass handicap. I ain't even gonna lie. Half-ass handicap July baseball for the first 2 weeks of July, and then I'm on a vacation hangover kind of situation. I don't know what's my sleep schedule's off, trying to adjust. I'm not making excuse. I am making excuses. I know I am, but I really don't give a shit. I'm kind of in July. I've written it off. The only thing that I'm profitable in is the CFL. And I know you've been crushing the CFL as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
yeah, another good week. I'm now 13-5, plus 8.1 units up on the site, number one in the CFL, and it continues to be profitable. Things have been going really well.
Week
And
7, I think shaped up exactly like I really wanted. I had BC and the under, and that was my biggest play in the CFL this year, or this week. And so that cashed for me, and I was okay with that. I had them, to be clear, I had it on a little bit of a teaser situation. So that's,
yeah,
I like my teaser,
Yeah, I took BC minus 8.5 because I bet my lines early. So my CFL show will be tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern. make sure to tune into that. But the games start on Friday instead of Thursday this week. I will be getting my bets in today or tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon before the show starts. I don't wait till game time because if you do that, uh, a perfect example is BC. I locked in BC minus 8.5 last week when the lines opened, and it ended up closing at minus 11.
Yeah.
People who took minus 11 lost. People who took minus 10 got a push. But if you took it when I took it earlier in the week, you got minus 8.5 and you won. So with the CFL, betting lines early really matters. And if you haven't bet the CFL before, if you're new to the CFL, come and tune into the show.
Yeah, so you're doing. Tell us
Different than
about this
NFL.
weekly show a little bit. Tell me about that because you're doing a weekly. It's a once a week show, right? And you're
Yeah,
breaking down all the. I mean, I should say all the games. CFL's 4 games a week.
9-team league, so there's
Yeah,
4 games
9-team
a week,
league.
sometimes
So
3.
yeah, so you're breaking them all down once a week, going through game by game kind of situation. How's that? I know that's fairly new. I know it's midway season.
Yeah, it started last week. I had Nick and Nicholas Earl, of course, on Picks Parlays, and another capper, TK, who was having some audio issues because he was traveling, but that's all going to be fixed this week. And I'm adding a new segment to the show this week, Power Rankings. So everyone that comes on, there might be 4 of us this week, if not 3. But we'll give our power rankings for each of the 9 teams where we rank them 1 to 9. So that'll be its own little segment, um, which will be great for beginners of the CFL too. You'll get to see kind of how we stack up the different teams, and then we'll go over the games and give out picks. And yeah,
Well, I'll
it was
tell
a
you
great
what. I
week
mean,
last
we
week.
all know, just like in the NFL, the Lions are the number 1 power ranked team. BC or Detroit version, it doesn't really matter. So, that being said, I mean, duh, we all know that.
BC lost their starting quarterback, and that's one thing about the
Oh,
CFL,
who has
especially
it in
this
the
season.
CFL?
Yeah, that's the 2023, the year of quarterbacks getting injured.
Backups, man. If you're
4
looking
of the
for a
9
job, you
teams.
can Uncle Rico that ball over a country a mountain or whatever. You should be trying out for the CFL because they are desperately in need of quarterbacks in that league.
Well, some of the 4th and 3rd stringers are showing up. Like
And
looking at yesterday, the
agreed.
Ottawa Red Blacks. I had Ottawa plus 5.5 up on the site, and I told people in my write up that I was betting the money line as well, and that I thought Ottawa was a live dog. There's no way that Calgary should have been laying 4.5 points,
Right.
especially at home where they struggle. Ottawa is on their 3rd string quarterback, Dustin Crum, but he's shown the last 2 games that he might be the best quarterback on the roster. So
Does
it's
yeah.
kind of a, I don't want to say a good thing, but Ottawa's doing really well with Crum, and some of these young quarterbacks that we're seeing because of all the injuries are stepping up and playing well. So it's definitely
Does
something to look at.
Edmonton win a game?
Well, that's the highlight
Tune
of the
in
week this
tomorrow to
week.
find out on Terry's CFL show. Is that what you're going to tell me right now? Come on, just tell
No,
me
no,
that.
no, no. But to
Yeah.
set that up, is Edmonton going to win a game? Edmonton can break North American sports history. So Edmonton can break North American sports history for the most consecutive home losses. So it's not a
Okay.
record they want to break. But if they
Well,
don't beat BC this week, the BC Lions, if they don't beat them, BC is currently -9 or -9.5 point
yeah,
favorites.
take that
If they're
now.
not able to beat them, they'll break that record held currently by the St. Louis Browns. And obviously, Edmonton has tied it. They can break that record. Edmonton is a horrible franchise right now. The last few years.
Yeah, I'll say this. All joking aside, so to speak, the BC Lions are the best defense in the CFL. Am I wrong?
You're right.
That's
Now,
something
Ottawa has
here.
a very
Hey,
good
let's
defense as
clip
well.
that. Let's Nick Earl on the back end of this. Can we clip that video right there at 3 seconds where I ask him, "Am I right or wrong?" And he says, "I'm right." Let's just clip that out, and we'll have that as a forever thumbnail on everything. There, I don't know why this hood's
No,
bothering.
BC has allowed the least amount of points, and I don't think it's close here. Let me bring it up.
They haven't allowed
So
100. I
BC
know.
has allowed 94 points
Then the next
in
is
6 games.
Montreal's 111. Toronto's
Yeah,
111.
Montreal, Toronto, both 111.
Yeah,
And they played one less game. So,
yeah.
yeah.
So
BC's played an extra game and has allowed 20 points less than them. So,
their defense is no joke. Tate wants to know if you have any futures to win the Grey Cup that you have. That you have you already bet or you're looking at maybe in season?
no, I'm very, very selective with futures. I don't do a whole lot of them. Of course, that's going to change a little bit here because I have an MLB Cincinnati to win the NL Central. I've already locked that in, and I'll be locking in some NFL futures this year. So, but with the Grey Cup, the odds are just not very good because I basically there's two teams I would take, and that's BC and Toronto. However, I'm going to bring it up here.
I'm looking up BOL right now to see what.
Yeah, so if you take Toronto, you're getting plus 210 for Toronto to win the Grey Cup. BC is now plus 330. So they've fallen off a little bit because of losing, because of the quarterback injury. So I do see a little bit of value now with BC at plus 330. But honestly, if I'm looking at it right now, I think Toronto Argonauts win the Grey Cup at plus 210. Winnipeg's there in the middle at plus 250, but Winnipeg is taking a big step back defensively this year. And that's going to keep them out of it.
We know.
Because yes, they have the offense, but Toronto's got a comparable offense and a better defense. BC has a much better defense. So I don't see Winnipeg making it this year.
Yeah, plus 330 for the not Detroit Lions. That's fair. I will say this. I listen. It's probably a $20 bill just because they have the Lions on it. It's been that way since the beginning of time for me. So I'm a BC Lions fan only because they're Lions. I would love a jersey. I would love a T-shirt or something. I like their colors. I do like their whatever, but that's just me being.
The one thing why I would say is bet Toronto Argonauts, not just because I think they win. It's that
Okay.
Toronto has a very easy road to the Grey Cup, and that's
Right.
because their division is not very good.
That's fair.
So they have an easy road to the division. Why I'd say take BC because plus 330 is very nice. I don't know what Nick's saying here about they weren't going to win a Grey Cup with Fernando Adams anyway. I think BC makes it to the Grey Cup against Toronto, and I think Toronto wins. But a lot of things can change from now till then. So if you're looking at futures, I'd say
So
bet.
Edmonton
Both.
plus 15,000 is not a good bet, is what you're saying. I mean, there's value there, but considering they're
Edmonton is
only
plus 9,500.
no. Yeah, the
So
East
Edmonton
is
is plus
the East is super weak.
9,500. That's a sucker's donation if you're betting that.
What? Edmonton?
Edmonton to win the Grey Cup and that plus
Anything's
9,500.
possible, Terry. Anything's possible, okay? This is oh wait, I was gonna say this is America, but we're talking Canadian football. So yeah, Edmonton's out. Yeah, I
East
mean,
is super weak. Argos should walk to the Grey Cup. They have a very easy path there.
yeah.
However, I know there's the one team I'm very high on, and I know Nick is not. Um, this Ottawa Red Blacks team, watch out for them. They are plus 1,500. So they to make it to win the Grey Cup. I'm not saying do that, but there's value on that, and they're a very very good team here.
Dre Ford will eventually bring EDM to glory.
No.
I don't know.
Also, a fun bet if you have access to FanDuel. They have here Edmonton Elks' first home win. So there is an option for no home win this year, and that's
Ooh,
plus 600.
I'm all over that.
Edmonton not to win a game at home
Well,
this year.
let's look at the remaining schedule. They play next week. They play the BC Lions. Obviously, I think that's
Yeah.
you know. Well, next the following week, they're off.
They've got 2 home games against BC. They've got 1 home game against Calgary, 1 home game against Montreal, 1 home game against Ottawa, and 1 home game against Winnipeg. So Edmonton doesn't beat BC either game, in my opinion.
No.
Edmonton doesn't beat Winnipeg. So it's between Ottawa, Calgary, and Montreal. I don't think Edmonton beats Ottawa. So it's between Calgary and Montreal. So you're looking at plus 600 for no home win, plus 630 for them to beat Montreal, or plus 1100 for them to beat Calgary. 3 plus money plays, and
Okay.
all plus 600 or better. But I don't know if it's probably not accessible at a bunch of books. I think it's probably just FanDuel. But I'm going to be looking at that here a little bit more deeply.
I would venture to get on that plus 600, just basically to go winless. I would.
Only thing is, and I haven't looked at the comments here, but I'm sure Nick's saying it, is that, or they beat Montreal. Okay, is that they might win a game in garbage time in the last few weeks. Like that game he's talking about, October 14th against Montreal. That's the final game of the year, or their final home game.
Meaningless for both sides of the ball.
But yeah, Montreal I expect to be out of a playoff spot at that time, most likely. So if that's the case, they could very well beat Montreal because they haven't won a home game since 2019. And Montreal doesn't care about that game. Edmonton possibly could put all their focus into maybe getting a win, and maybe they break it. But
how much pride is sitting on the sidelines for the Edmonton Elks there in that storied franchise? I mean, we're not talking. I don't see anybody looking over at each other going, let's man up because we're a forever Elk in Edmonton, as opposed to, I have always looked at the CFL, and this is no shot to the CFL, and this is going to sound like a shot at Canada. And I know we poke fun and all that, but I've always looked at the CFL as like that step between, kind of like the Euro League for the NBA. It's kind of like that step where when you go from college, if you don't make it to the NFL, you're going to go to CFL and you're going to try and play and continue to audition until the next man up situation can happen for you and you can get into the NFL. Now, that being said, I don't know how much. There's a lot of turnover in the CFL and people moving around, as opposed to the NFL. Kind of once you're in, most of those guys stay in one team or another, but they're in the league. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much that plays into it. I don't know. I'm not.
They're different leagues, but definitely, definitely Canadians care more about the NFL. Canadians don't really care too much. I don't want to say that. There's a lot of Canadians that care about the NFL more than the CFL. So the NFL is obviously everyone's
the NFL is the big,
but
it's the big boy in the room. You know, I mean,
but CFL is very exciting. You can ask Nick, Real Sports Bets down there, who's been watching the last few games, like who's been watching the CFL this year, and there's been some very, very exciting games. Like last night's game went to overtime. Ottawa's a very exciting team right now. The last couple of weeks, but there's been other games.
It's just this is a very like right on statement. CFL, XFL, and USFL are in the middle. CFL is better than the other two, though, for sure. Yeah. And the XFL and the USFL are like, they're like one step above like a beer league, softball league, man. I'm telling you, they are just one step
above. I haven't watched either, so I can't give an opinion on them. But I am really excited watching CFL. So I think they're very exciting games, especially when you have money on them.
By the way, Tigers are winning 1-0 in the first inning with a torque bomb. No, Torque Bomb? No. Torque, he singled. Green scored.
Oh,
Torkelson second. All right. So let's talk some MLB today. What? Give us a little free action for us. Tigers, just your feet. Bam. You got anything? Listen, I'm on the Tigers. With San Francisco traveling.
yeah.
Tigers today, but I'm a homer, so don't take that. And considering I'm down probably 8 to 10 units, I mean, I'm in MLB this month. Don't listen to that damn thing I say for the MLB. So Terry, what do you got going on for the MLB today?
I only have one play up on the site today, because it is a small slate. I did not touch the Detroit game. I didn't know who was starting for San Francisco. I don't think, or something just kept me off that game. Baltimore as a dog is appealing, as much as I hate to say it, because I don't like Baltimore. But looking at it as a handicapper's point of view, getting Baltimore plus money is definitely appealing.
I thought it
Sanchez
looked
has
a little
pitched well,
suspicious. Like,
but just coming off the series against Tampa Bay, could this be maybe a spot where Philly sneaks out a win? It's possible. So that's why I'm not on the game. Colorado, Washington. Um, don't see a pitcher announced for Washington yet. It sounds like it's going to be,
Patrick Corbin, I thought.
yeah, but not officially announced.
I'm on that
Uh,
over.
and then Kaufman's supposed to be primary pitcher for Colorado. So yeah, that game looks like an over to me. What's the total at 9? So that
Yeah.
would be possible a possible play, but haven't locked in anything there. I'm interested in the Arizona St. Louis game. Uh, I want to know who's pitching for Arizona. Um, Nothing's been announced yet. It's supposed to be Ryan Nelson,
Yeah.
but Adam Wainwright is back. So he's off the IL, and he's coming to play in this game. Um, he's supposed to pitch around 65 pitches. St. Louis's manager is hoping that he makes it to the 5th inning. And 65 pitches, he's not making it past the 3rd, in my opinion. Wainwright's been
He's
getting
gonna give him
smashed.
4, and that's a lot. But yeah.
Yeah, 65 pitches, he's not going to last very long.
That's fair.
However, Arizona is just not doing too well right now.
Fuck, I know, man. They're not having the second half of the year that I was hoping they would have. And I'm not a fan of that at all. Falling a little bit in the standings. I'm not I don't know. I they're 4 games back. San Francisco's caught them behind the Dodgers. I don't know if they're going to catch the Dodgers now. And I don't. They've lost. They lost 3 out of 4 to the Cubs, or St. Louis did, but they lost. They got swept by Cincinnati. I get it was in Cincinnati, but I don't know.
Cincinnati's getting hot again. So
I
the Reds
know.
are like they went cold, but now they're getting hot again. So they're such a streaky team that but yeah, Arizona's just not played too well. St. Louis, a team I can't trust. So I'm looking at the over 9.5. If I'm going to add a play, most likely it's over 9.5 in St. Louis and Arizona. And then the Toronto Dodgers game, Jose Barrios against Michael Grove. Michael Grove, if you look at his numbers, 2-2 with a 6.4 ERA, you might think, okay, you have to take Toronto right away. Toronto, like, look at Barrios. However, Grove has been okay lately. A few of his games, he's just been giving up 1 earned run. So he's pitched much better recently. But Jose Barrios, um, I absolutely love to see it because everyone was shitting on Barrios all year last year to begin this year. And I've always believed in him, and he's really proven me right. So we did have a few rough games there in July and June, but so far in July, 2, 1, and 0 earned runs.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to touch that Blue Jays Dodgers. Let me touch base on this though. Corey Flagger, you cannot. You have to go to the Facebook page and you got to put it over. All contest picks go through the Facebook page officially. We're not taking no more picks on the live pages or shows or anything like that. So you have to go to the Facebook page. Definitely put it in over there. The weekly contest started today. Nick Earl says the only problem with the Reds is they're playing the Brewers and they own them. That's true. Brewers do own them.
Yeah,
Seattle.
Brewers are 8-2 against them this year, and this
Oh,
is the final series that those two teams are facing. So this is a very big series for both teams for the division. Like this is a very big series. So
that's fair. Seattle at the half is the best bet for me. Today, who's Seattle playing? Oh, the Twins. I hope so because I can't stand these fucking Twins. Davis has got some stuff. Jays team total over 4.5 and full game over 9.5. I could probably get on the total. I could see that over 9.5. I can get behind that. I'm on quickly. I'm on the Orioles. I don't like it. It looks suspect as hell, but I took it anyway. I'm on the over in the Nationals Rocky game. I'm on the Guardians not to bat in the ninth. I am on the Mariners straight up full game. I stayed off the Reds Brewers because the Brewers can kiss my fat white ass. That's how I feel. And the Rangers and the Astros, I stayed off of that. I basically stayed off the rest. Pirates, Padres, I didn't like any of that either. Not, you Darvish minus 260 makes me want to take the Pirates, but the Pirates have just fallen off the face of the earth and just crushed my soul. And it's a bullpen game for them, so I don't know. I don't trust the Pirates right now, so I'm staying away, but I kind of want to jump on the Pirates against San Diego because, San Diego's coming back from Detroit, coming back home. It's a long travel for them. They did lose, but who knows?
yeah, I don't.
Hannah Mears has the Mariners money line tonight in her Mearsy minute, everybody. So definitely get on that. I could see that. I do. I hope. I just can't stand the Twins just for homer purposes, but you know what I mean. Twins are the
Oh,
best side today. Minnesota first.
Nick
Oh, we
disagrees.
got disagreeing. We got beef in the parlay house. In the Picks and Parlay house, we got beef. Hannah Mears, Nick Earl.
You're on Seattle too, right? Plenty.
Yeah. Well, I'm on Seattle just out of pure principle because of the Twins.
See, for me,
Reality to
me,
situation.
for me, that game's a pass.
It should
That
have
game's
been
a pass.
probably.
I think it's extremely close. I think it's like a coin flip to me.
Well, it is an even game. Yeah. But I will say
But I mean, like in the results.
pitching
I mean,
advantage
like I
goes
could see
to
both teams winning. Like I could see.
Castile. Pitching advantage goes to Seattle with Castile on the mound, as opposed to Kenta Mahida or Mahuda from Minnesota. You're gonna go there. The Twins beat up. They just swept the White Sox. Big deal. Literally, sorry, Tate. Big goddamn deal. Nobody's writing home about that. Mariners took 2 out of 3 against Toronto. They've been at home for a while, so now they go to Minnesota. I'm trying to see the season. They're 2-2 on the season against Minnesota. So looks like some overs in those games, except for the last one. Nick Earl wants to drop the gloves. Tim Earl's encouraging fighting. And Hannah says, I'm on Seattle because of the pitching matchup. See? And it's an even game, but if I had to decide, I'd like the offense for the Mariners a bit better. Boom. I like that. See? We're on the same page. The Twins like the Twins. No bueno, no bueno. I wouldn't say Tim Earl. Tim Earl, do you like the Twins? Because just because I have learned in the years, just because Nick Earl likes something we're not going to automatically put Tim in the car just because they look alike. Because
Yeah,
I have been
don't.
on shows where they will. I've had to tell them to separate because I think they're going to fist fight. Davis has racing. What the hell are you talking about, Davis? There you go, Jose. Another one for. I'm gonna do this. Kenta over Castillo. Castillo is one of the more overpriced pitchers in MLB. He's above average price as an elite pitcher. I don't care what he's priced at. I just think in today's matchup.
If you look at the last 3 games for both, I think Maeda's pitched better. I think if you look at the most recent games, if you look at the full season sample size, I think Castillo's pitched better. Uh, I think it's. I don't know. I can't pick a side because I think it could go either way. So
which twin is smarter? I won't say which one's smarter. I will say Tim has the better hair. So take that for what it's worth. Tim says he is on the Twins today. God, he disappoints me, Tim. They are the hottest team since the All-Star break. They are on a kind of a they're on a heater, definitely for them. I mean,
they want to win their division. They're in the worst division in baseball, and they can.
I'm the dumber twin. That's not saying, Tim. Don't say that about yourself. Okay, those are like y'all on baseball. Twins got for wait. Okay, they are like y'all on baseball. Twins got for get days today. They're going back to normal losing. All right, I don't know what's going on. Listen, if you win the AL Central, if you're bragging about that, you got problems. I'm just saying.
They're not going to be bragging about it.
Like,
they're not
I don't
be
know
bragging about it, but it's a quick trip to the playoffs. Yes, you may not make it very far, but hey, it's the Twins are motivated to win that division. So.
Hot. Wait, Nick bets CFL. Never mind. I'm smarter twin.
Wait. Tim bets WNBA and Russian
so it's
table
like an
tennis.
offset.
No offense to
One
Russian
bets
table
CFL,
tennis
one
and
bets
volleyball.
WNBA. So,
And
speaking of which,
don't you bet on video games? So don't be knocking the CFL because
I bet on my kid's flag football with my other kid. So I mean, with Nick and Tim, by the way, I will text them in a group chat and be like, okay, these 11-year-olds look big. I'm checking birth certificates, whatever. So I will say this. I would like to get everybody's opinion here and keep it professional, you jackasses. I want to mention, speaking of WNBA, did anybody see that YouTuber guy? And I'm not even going to say his name because, I mean, I chuckled, but I also thought I chuckled because of how stupid it was. He bought all these front row seats to the WNBA games, like 4 seats, and then he went in his pajamas and laid down and took a nap on the sidelines at a WNBA game. Like, I'm talking courtside. And and they kicked him out. He went to like 2 games. They kicked him out, and they've now banned him from all NBA and WNBA events. And I don't know if anybody saw this online or whatever. And I laughed at it, but then I laughed because, like, I on all serious, I laughed at how stupid it was. Like, I mean, talk about like just thirsty, you know what I mean? Just like looking for it. But at the same sense, man, those women don't need any more shit. Like, they already get paid garbage. They already, you know what I mean? And I get that. And they just don't have the viewership. And I don't want to go down that road and argue about that or why or what or whatever. But
I would fall asleep at a basketball game. Basketball is boring. Sorry. I know a lot of people like basketball, but
how can you a live basketball game you fall asleep at?
Well, I've never actually been to one, so I shouldn't say that.
Okay.
But basketball itself, I find boring.
Yeah, they kicked him out because he tried to shoot the ball. Yeah, so the ball could, if you're sitting courtside, you might get a ball or a player in your lap. I mean, you're sitting on the court. Basketball's that close.
Doesn't mean you should shoot it.
He got the ball, and instead of just like, bounce pass back to the ref or the player standing 3 feet from him, he took it and attempted like I don't know where he was in the court, half court or something. And he totally ties the shoot. And you see the expressions on these professional women's players. And they looked at him like, I feared for this dude's life because he could have got his ass jumped by like 15, 20 women. And they probably would have whooped up on him, to be honest with you. And it was, I laughed. I want to be clear why I laughed at how stupid this guy's actions was. But in all honesty, it was. I'm just curious because I know Hannah Mears is behind the scenes, and it's annoying as people throwing things as musicians on stage. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're at a show, I mean, what was that?
You know, like what if you hit one of the players in the head?
Oh, he's
like what if you hit it and it just flung and hit a player in
I
the
can't
head?
think of the artist. I can't think of the artist, but I
There's just no
remember.
reason
I
for it.
want to say it was rock's artist, some kind of rock, like Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses. I want to say it was something like that, but he was like leaning into the mic and like going at it, and it's in a music video, and a shoe just comes flying, bam, right off his head, and it's like a flip flop or something, and it boom right off the side of his head it goes, and I'm like, and he never missed a beat and just kept going, and I was like, man, how annoying would that be? Because I'd have stopped my show, climbed down, and beat that guy's ass. You know what I mean? The security would have had to haul me out of there. So yeah. I could see how that. Look for the video. Look for the video. It's. I won't mention the dude's name because I don't want. He does not need any kind of clout from this place. Look, the Twins swept the White Sox, but the White Sox won 2 out of 3 first half bet against the Twins. Okay, so you're looking at first half bets. Tate's coming after Terry again. Tate and Terry,
I don't know basketball. I'm not going to try to talk about it. So
can't talk basketball. They believe it's a myth in Canada, such as an example of our stupid culture, doing things in views, minutes for fame. Right. I mean, this is what society has come to, where it's like, look how stupid I can be, so you will hit the like button. Like, I've always been the guy
I'd rather watch a hockey game, because in basketball, when someone's pinky finger hurts, or when they decide, oh, they don't want to play today, they want to take a day off.
Yeah.
You don't see that in hockey.
And he airballed the shit. He didn't even hit the backboard. It was bad. So, I mean, it was like, it'd be, hey, if he would have took the ball and shot it from, say, half court and he would have made it, I would have been like, oh, all right, whatever. I see what you're trying to do here. Still not cool. But, dude, you made your, like, I don't know. It's kind of like those guys. Like, I also watch the movies Jackass. And you know how they do stupid things and inflict pain on themselves for laughs. I watch that. I think it's stupid, but I laugh at it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that says about me or them, but that's just what it was. I wanted to see if anybody else saw that. I just saw that over the weekend. That's gonna wrap it up though for us. We gotta go. We got stuff. We got stuff to talk about. We got free picks and stuff to do. So Terry Edelman, I appreciate you coming on today, giving us a little weekend recap on some CFL, talking a little short slate on the MLB. Getting everybody all worked up about WNBA and Tim's hair. It's very flowy. He's got a whole flow to it. So we appreciate Terry. As always, don't forget to go check him out on Twitter. Let's Go Wild Picks. CFL show once a week on, is it a set time?
You can find it on, it's literally on Twitter on a few channels. You can find it on Nick and Tim's YouTube channel, and you can find it on my YouTube channel, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. And we'll be doing the CFL show tomorrow.
Don't forget, check out picksandparlays.net. Use that promo code MLB. That'll save you 20% off the entire site when you're looking for Terry Edelman's premium plays over there. That's where he keeps all the good stuff, good stuff like, not Toronto Blue Jays talk or Minnesota other team. What's that hockey team you guys got out there? What are they called again?
Wild.
Oh, the Mild. Yeah, like the Wild. No. I'm sorry.
Well, Lenny can do his trash talking now because, we've got some football to talk about.
We got football to talk about. Yes, we do. So don't forget to check out Terry's premium plays, though. Use that promo code, like I said, MLB. Contest. You're looking for contests. This is where you need to be. Contest page, picksandparlays.net, or groups, picks. You know where to go. This has been the Bet Win Repeat Show. We'll see you guys on the other side. Good luck, unless you're against me. Take care, folks.